Runners, are you sick of always feeling that stabbing, burning sensation running up and down your Achilles cord? Do the words Achilles tear send cold shivers up your spine? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to show you a quick way to start eliminating that Achilles discomfort so you can live your life without fear. And real quick, before we get started, you can get 3 of my favorite mobility exercises to bulletproof your body, and they're perfect for runners. Just click the link below and you can get them for free. And once you try them, you'll see why they're my all-time favorite. Hey guys, Coach Matt Pippin here, and over the last 15 years, I've helped over 1,000 professional, collegiate, and everyday athletes move, feel, and perform at their highest level. Typically, when someone starts to feel pain, discomfort, or tightness in this area or all up and down here, they immediately start to stretch it to death. But this is not helpful. It's kind of like a necklace with a giant knot in it. If you pull the ends of the necklace, that knot will only get worse. So what do? You start strengthening that pissed off Achilles tissue with isometrics. Isometrics are a type of muscular contraction where the muscle in the joints don't actually move, but force is still produced. And the beauty of these is that they don't cause inflammation like a typical contraction, which is key if you want to strengthen injured tissue without making it worse. And to attack the Achilles, we're going to get into what we call the half kneeling position. So it's kind of like this lunge position that I'm in right now. I'm going to turn sideways. So we want to basically put our lower leg here into a stretch position, but not to the point of pain. So it's like, imagine there's like pain right here is this imaginary line. I don't want to do anything that makes that pain kind of sensor go off, because when that happens, my nervous system, it's kind of like a fire alarm. He's like, whoa, whoa, there's pain. He's going to start to lock down tissue. But what we can do, if here's this line of pain, if we start to accumulate volume of stuff underneath it, that line of pain will go up, giving us more and more range of motion that's pain-free until eventually the pain eventually goes away. So you got to really keep that in mind. You do not want to feel pain or discomfort here. If you do, you got to back off like 10, 15, maybe even 20 degrees. Make sure you feel safe in the range, get really strong there, and then eventually we can have bigger ranges of motion to play with. So if I'm in this position, in order to get a mild stretch in this bottom stuff here, our knee has to be bent. That's the way it works. We have our gastroc kind of cast up here, and we have our soleus down here, and then that leads into the Achilles. So if we want to attack this bottom stuff, our knee has to be bent. Now technically you could do this in like the standing calf stretch, but that's not going to hit this bottom stuff quite as much. That's going to hit more of this stuff up here. So to get in this half kneeling, it's like I'm in a lunge, and then I'm going to use my left arm as kind of like load, and I'm just going to gently rock into a stretch. Now if you happen to feel like a pinch sensation here in the front, you back off from where that pinch is. So you basically want to find a position where like, okay, I feel like a nice mild stretch, I'm not causing any pain or pinching, and this is where you're just going to stay perfectly still before we get into our actual contractions. Now, the next thing, so you found the spot. You want to think like there's a little weight scale kind of in the ball of your foot. It's not your toes, it's the ball. Because what you're going to do here is you're going to want to use your toes. Do not do that. We want to push through the ball of our foot. That is super, super crucial here. So right now, envision that weight scale is right here underneath the ball of the foot, and it's like you're going to push down with the ball of that foot at like a 1 out of 10. So think about that for a second. You're like at a 1 out of 10 intensity, and you should just feel the mildest little kind of sensation right here at the bottom of this calf. Now turn up to like a 2 out of 10. Let's go to a 3. And so basically your body weight here with your upper body is pushing down on the heel, so the heel can't come up. And so that's what kind of makes it like that isometric contraction. Let's go to a 4 out of 10, and we should just feel this stuff, and we're going to go for 10 seconds. Begin, 10, 9, 8, 7, just feel good stuff here, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Now, you might be able to go a little bit deeper before you feel a pain sensation or a pinch. If you can't, then just stay where you were. And now we're going to do what we just did for 2 more rounds of 10, for a total of 3. Here we go. Push the ball of your foot down at like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Feel good stuff. 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax. You might be able to sink a little bit deeper, or you can just stay there. Let's do that one more time. Push the ball of your foot down like a 4 or 5 out of 10 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. You might be able to go a little bit deeper or you might not. You just have to kind of play that game with yourself. Don't go into that pain line. That is what's super, super important. And when you get done with that, that's it. That's all you got to do. Now, this sequence can be performed at least once per day and even multiple times per day as long as you keep that intensity down. So you can even do these right before you go run or whatever activity you love to do. Now, as for progressing, start with 3 by 10 seconds for the first 2 weeks, keeping your intensity at that 4 or 5 out of 10 range. And after 2 weeks, start to increase your time under tension to 3 by 15, 3 by 20, and finally 3 by 30 seconds. And as you start to get more comfortable with this setup and controlling how much intensity you're using, start increasing your intensity as well. But remember, less is best with this. Don't be in a rush to amp up the intensity. So once you've tried today's exercise, comment below to let me know how it went. We've got a ton of content coming out weekly for you guys to help you be strong, be mobile. If you don't want to miss it, be sure to subscribe and turn on any notifications. We'll see you next time.